Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. So the date is Tuesday. Hold on, I'm doing something else. Okay, the date is Tuesday, September 5th, 2017, and the time is approximately 9:45 p.m. So one of my personal favorite witches of YouTube is the Ember HoneyRaven. And I'm very happy that she's been recording and uploading videos a little more regularly again. I've missed her videos, and I love her videos, and I love her energy, and she's just a joy. So recently, like brand spanking new, like within the last 12 to 16 hours, she uploaded a video. Tarot tag, you're it. And I have been saying, both on YouTube and off YouTube, that I want to participate in more tarot tags. So with that being said, the hashtag is tellmetarot. Hashtag TELLMETAROT. A link will be included in the description box to her video. And I must confess, I haven't even watched the video yet. I just saw the description box, I saw it was from her, I'm like, I'm doing it. That's how much I love the Ember HoneyRaven. Okay, so, and it's only 3 questions, so it's super easy, super fast. Okay, question number 1. What magical feature would you like to see in a tarot deck? It can be anything. This is a magical world, so let's make believe we can have whatever we want. So, you know, I thought about this, and I'm still a bit on a blank. Like, what would I want? But you know what? The sci-fi in me, even though I prefer Star Trek, I do love Star Wars. I would love if, like, let's say I needed greater insight into the card. The person on the card would come up like a hologram message. Like when this is how, I don't know that much about Star Wars, but Princess Leia has done a hologram message, and some of the other main characters have done this. So if you've ever watched Star Wars, you know what I mean. Like that. Like, let's say that I'm giving a client a reading, and the Queen of Wands comes out in that client's reading, and I'm not getting it. Like, there's something that I need to get about the Queen of Wands in that particular client's reading, and I'm not getting it. So all I would do is just do something like this. You know, because the left side of the body is traditionally the receptive side, and the goddess side, and the mystical side, and the magical side, and the emotional side. So I would do this to the card, or even above the card. There would be like a holographic button that I could press. And then the Queen of Wands and all of her lioness, solar-drenched glory would come up and say, ask the client if this is going on in her life. And I'd be like, okay, thank you, Your Majesty. And then I'd ask the client, is this going on in your life? Can you imagine? I would love that. Okay, so that would be cool. Question number 2. What is a pet peeve you have when looking at tarot or oracle card decks? Cheap paper, artwork that doesn't resonate, tarot books that haven't been spell checked. Tell me what annoys you. Oh man, that's a loaded question. Okay, but I'm gonna stick to the topic. So, you know, I don't have that many complaints with regards to the cardstock that's used with tarot decks and oracle card decks. I know that a lot of people do. I think because I've grown accustomed to cardstock being a certain weight, unless people want to spend a lot more money, then it's like, this is the cardstock we're going to use. If we thought that you would be willing to spend this much more and this grand total, then we would use this GSM. But we don't use this GSM because we don't think people are going to pay this. So for me, the cardstock really isn't a pet peeve. Artwork that doesn't resonate, oh my goddess, yes. Oh my goddess, fucking yes. I cannot tell you how many times I have seen people, both online and off, rave about, among others, the Wild Unknown Tarot, the Cosmic Tribe Tarot. Those are just the two that come to my mind. And there are tons and tons and tons of people who love those particular tarot decks. And I wish I could love them. I wish I could love them. It would make my life a little easier, I think, if I could love the artistic imagery of those respective decks. I don't. And that is not at all to insult the artists, especially Stevie Postman. Stevie Postman is the guy who illustrated the Cosmic Tribe Tarot, not to be confused with the Cosmic Tarot. That is a different tarot deck. And I will tell you that I love his artwork, but the only example of his artwork that I truly loved was on the previous edition's cover of Sweet Song of Pan, written by Trevor Healy. I'm sorry, Trevor Healy, because it's Robert spelled backwards. And I'm just like, I saw that image of Pan and I was like, wow. Now, if he brought that to that tarot deck, I would have loved the tarot deck. But that's, again, that's a personal observation. That is a personal opinion. Tarot books that haven't been spell-checked, any book that hasn't been spell-checked, annoys the motherfucking shit out of me. I'm like, huh? I mean, I use spell check like a religion. I do not send anything unless I spell check it. Seriously. I don't do automatic autocorrect on my Android because I find it annoying. But I go through everything, and I use apps that have messaging systems within them and built in with them, like Kick and Growler, and I kind of like look everything over, and I know that it's fine. But yeah, you know, something not being spell checked annoys. You cannot annoy me anymore. Well, maybe you can, but so that's one thing. Those are the direct answers to those sub questions. But I think more than anything else, it's artwork that doesn't resonate with me, that upsets me and frustrates me the most. Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, I was divinely guided to buy this deck for a reason. So how come now I'm looking at it like, you know? Okay, third and final question. Name the 2 tarot decks you would love to own. They can be vintage or new, anything you want. Who knows, if you win, maybe one will show up in your box. By the way, this is a part of a contest as well. And I'm going to include the links to all of the all the links in Ember HoneyRaven's video. I'm also going to include in the description box as well. Now, I thought about this, and I actually decided to do one tarot deck and one oracle card deck. So there is a tarot deck. It's called the Universal Transparent Tarot. My fellow tarot enthusiast, Two Spirit, loves loves Rider-Waite-Smith inspired decks. And the Universal Weight is a beautiful reworking of, or I think it's either a Rider-Waite-Smith clone or a Rider-Waite-Smith something else. I forgot what the other term is, but Rider-Waite-Smith clone is one of them. But the thing of it is, the cards are let's say 85% transparent, but it will have a card from the Universal Weight Tarot, which was created and illustrated by Roberto De Angelis. I love that his name is Roberto and that his last name means of the angels. So I love that the way the cards are structured in that deck. You could actually have up to 6 cards in frame. So that let's pretend this is a transparent card. So 6 of these, one on top of the other, would be, you would have 6 cards, and it would be like a 6-card spread. So I happen to love that concept. So that's one of the ones that I would love. And there is a deck, it's not a tarot deck, but it is a divination deck or an oracle card deck, but I don't remember the name. I looked for it a little while ago and I couldn't find it. But it is a transparent rune card deck. And even though I don't work with the runes a lot, I do find the concept of bind runes, like runic runes that are specifically created for magical intentions, I find that very fascinating, and it absolutely draws me very, very much. So I could easily see myself using that transparent rune card deck as creating bind runes. You know, and I could do this for myself, I could do this for clients, I could do this for friends. So it's really, you know, I love the concept of it. Plus, I must admit, there's a perverted part of me that would love to see what kind of a bind rune I would get if I put all 25 of those transparent rune cards on top of the other. I know. For me, that just whacks and smacks of diehard chaos magic. I know some of y'all live for chaos magic. Although I will say, it is, I remember reading that chaos magic is most appropriately done and ideal to conduct during a Mercury retrograde. And there are 3 or 4 of those a year, so you never know. Anyway, so yeah, those are my answers to hashtag tellmetarot or Ember HoneyRaven's tarot tag you're it. Now, if you have not, in the meantime, if you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, I invite you to do so. And if you have not already scheduled your reading with me, I invite you to do that as well. And again, I already have 3 appointments thus far, 4 if you include my very first online Divine Prosperity event for this month, September 2017. I already have appointments in October, still nothing in November, and December 2017 through officially March 2018. And yet, nothing in November. I find that so odd. I'm gonna get over that, but I'll probably get over that once I have an appointment in November. Anyway. And I think that's it. Thank you, YouTube, for honoring who I am and what I do. I absolutely invite you to participate in Ember HoneyRaven's tarot tag you're it, hashtag tellmetarot, and I look forward to hearing about your experiences with that tarot tag. Thank you and good night.